What's up, guys? Down at the car wash with the Chev. Tonight I really want to get into it, get maybe the rear lift in. I've already played the front lift, look at that soon, and clean all the underbody up and get some paint underneath there, because I really want to get this out the beach real soon. We've ordered more parts for the drive shaft, so it'll be four-wheel drive again. I've already been underneath there cleaning it. It's quite the mission. I'll take it for a look. Because I'm going to be painting this thing myself, I'm cleaning it myself. And the old local car wash is a gem for this thing. What we do is just jet it with all the engine bay cleaner, the whole underbody. I've already pressure cleaned it and get rid of the loose stuff. We give it a rinse with this guy, just everywhere. Removes all the rubbish we don't want on there. Then we can go back in there tonight and get it all painted up. I'm gonna keep doing this, blast her off, and it's gonna be clean. Good evening, peoples. It's now night time. The truck got washed up real nice today. I'm quite happy with the end result of that. It wasn't crazy dirty under there, but it had some years of build up and stuff, so it came out pretty damn good actually. Pretty happy with it. We'll get up in the air and show you in a second. First, let's do a quick recap. I did wind up the torsion bars. Talk about free lift. I got 2 inches out the front. Absolutely stoked about that. Stop keys. 2 inches of lift. That's all I was really looking for out of it. The CV angle won't take much more than that, so pretty stoked with 2 inches. So I'll flip this camera around and we'll go to a little walk around. I've got some stuff arrived from the States, which is super exciting. So let's go play. This is our side profile at the moment. That's the front. Torsion bars wound up. Like I say, 2 inches. Pretty cool. But the rear is quite down now in comparison. Torsion bars went really easily. This car has never really been off-road, so underneath it's really quite nice. Wound up really well. The plan is tonight to get the rear to come back up. I do have 3-inch blocks for it. They've arrived from the States. I don't think we're going to use the full 3-inch of the block. I think it'll be too much and I don't want it to look bum high. So here's our gear. I can't remember what brand all this is, but here's our block. Nice cast block with the drive shaft angle wedge built into it, which is cool. I'm going to section it. I think 2 inches would be better than the whole 3. I'm going to take 25mm out on the saw and we'll go that way with it. So that's that. A few other bits in this box. I haven't really had a very good look yet. I don't think there's any instructions. Lots of little dealy things. No instructions. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. It's the other block. No instructions. So I can't remember what lift it was. It was basically the cheapest one I could find on American eBay. So yes. Now the other thing that's rocked up is my flares. Where are they? Nope, not there. They're over here. In the back room where all the stuff gets stored. Where are we here? Okay, these are the flares. Now the flares are cool. They're what I wanted. They're a 2.5-inch wide flare for this vehicle, which is cool. They're rivet style ones, which I really didn't actually want them on one of the other ones, but now that these are the only ones available in 2.5 inches without spending a lot of money. So now that they've arrived, I actually quite like them. So that worked out well. The only thing that didn't work out well, which is a total bummer, and I'm still trying to talk to Car ID about what's going on, is the rear flares. This fellow here. I don't know if anyone can picture what's wrong with this straight away before it falls on the floor. Come back here. That is the rear flare for a 2-door or a ute. My Tahoe is a 4-door. Which means you can put it on, the door won't open, or I guess we're going to try and cut it and make it work. Bit of a blowout. Really unexpected, but anyway, I'll just deal with it. I think I've seen another video where they cut it and made it work with the extra door. It is a limited range for 4-door flares for Tahoes. They're all these weird skinny little things. So this may just be the right way about it. I also plan on painting the chassis. That's half the reason, well, is the reason why we washed the underbody. And the fact of being a bit nice to work under there. So got some of the old wire wheels there. Favourite go-to for cleaning up chassis rails. And some black. I like this zinc black. It works a treat. Use it on cars for years. Especially when going up the beach, it just seals them up pretty damn good underneath. There's that stance I was talking about. If it was like 4 inches higher and had that same stance, I would definitely run that Cali lean look to it. I'm a fan, man. I think it looks shit hot. But unfortunately in Australia, it's a little difficult. We can't do as many cool things. Let's go have a little look underneath this bad boy and see how I went with my cleanup. Yeah, but exposed a bit of surface rust in the rail there. It's probably a little bit worse than I first thought it was, but it'll clean up real well. I'm not too worried about that. What else we got under here? Yeah, okay, that really exposed a fair bit actually. Cool, oh that's alright, we can clean that up, that's good. I've got to make extractors for this car too. It's so high on my list right now. Got some ideas for that, we'll come back to that soon. I have a spare small block line around to model it off, so it'll be alright. Anyways, these shocks I've got to go to, or at least remove that stupid coilover assembly off of them. Don't know what that's all about. So yeah, blocks go in there. Nice and simple. Just got to work out whether I'm going to cut them, or if I do cut them, how much I cut them by. We'll play with that soon. Underbody other than that's really quite good. And there's nice. No real signs of rust at all, which is really good. It's really good to see. She's never really seen much off-road use, just also never really seen much nice use either, as far as, you know, being cleaned up underneath goes. So yeah, those perches were full of mud. I'm glad I pressure cleaned them. I'm planning to jack the back of the truck up with some prop stands under the tow bar, release those bolts and put these bits in. I think everything's long enough to go. Like, and brake line's definitely not the original, it's definitely got tons of length in it. Just gonna worry about, it's a diff breather by the look of it. So, where is he there? Yeah, he's cool. We're gonna move away from that, that's fine, that's good. Handbrake cable, I think there's plenty of length there. They're both fine. No, I think we're pretty good to go upwards. So I just did a small section, mainly just to boost myself up. Ooh, geez, she's shiny. So it doesn't take a whole lot, just the wire wheel and the drill, take all the surface out of it. Gosh, she's shiny, reflective too. But the only issue with this car is it's a big car and it's a lot of chassis. I'm used to doing little cars like, you know, Japanese four-wheel drives and whatnot. Tell you what, my short wheelbase cruiser didn't take me real long. So, anyway, that's nice. I can't wait to make the whole loaf look like that. Before. After. Lots of nice looking after. Some grotty looking before. So yeah. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. I want to get this relift in. Just throwing some measurements at it. And going by the way the guards are sitting, there is 10mm difference. So I've got 935 millimeters in the front and 995 in the rear. For the sake of 10mm, I think I'm just going to throw these in there. I can always take them out and cut them back down. These U-bolts have got a ton of thread, so I'm not really worried about that either. I think we're just going to go bang them in there. Yep, that's what's happening right now. Right, got the rattle gun. There's those. There are two prop stands under the back here. And so I'm going to pick the bum of this thing up. So the idea is I'm just going to rattle these out. It's already taken the load. Rattle these out, but I'm going to do one side at a time if I can, just to try and keep this a little bit safe. And I'll just back the other side off, try and keep the axle somewhat attached. Ooh yeah, who doesn't love a rattle gun? Whew, okay, this is where I'm at. There's a long way up to have my little truck. Like, I had to jack that up to unload them springs. They took a lot. There you go, the block's in there. I've cleaned up the top plates, slapped some paint on them, got my new U-bolts, tub of anti-seize. I got the lower piece that goes up underneath it, this all bolts into, just out getting painted. Look, I missed the top of the diff. Probably because I couldn't see it, and now we're going to be able to see it so I can clean it properly. Then we're going to paint it. Anyway, it is going alright, it's a little bit nerve-wracking because we're a long way up in the air, and oh, I don't know, 2-poster hoist would have been way better. Need 4 of these washers. Oh, there they are, sorry. Staring up in the distance, looking at the job and not the phone. So that's them. I'm going to throw them up now. I had to drop both sides. I tried just doing it like lowering blocks and just doing one side at a time. that didn't work. I've actually dropped that side completely out as well, and the car is suspended on 4 prop stands. So yeah, it's a little scary. It's not really my comfort zone. So I'm gonna quickly get these bolts in there and hopefully get some security back in my life. We are cruising nicely in the top of that block. Just gonna stop it there and throw them U-bolts over it so it looks like the other side holds the whole show together. Finger tight them down. Just use the socket just to tighten them up just a little bit. Just add some preload to it. And then, man, it's been hard work, but we're nearly there. This is coming down. Oh god, I'm a bit worried about how big it's going to be. Alright, the U-bolts, those brackets on. I'm just using the socket just to tension everything up and preload it a little bit. And I'll just monitor as it comes down. And I think it'll all seat just nicely. The other side's looking good. Got all the top bits lined up in there. Just a bit of the paint there, but anyway, I'm going to come back over and respray the entire underbody. That's going to be a long day, that one. Anyway, just getting these a little. Turn one and unloads another one. You can turn him a little bit more. There we go. All right, far out, we're close here. Bad for this is way too much rear lift, but anyway, we'll deal with that next time, I guess. Looks badass like that. Wish it was staying that big. I would definitely daily drive that everywhere. But those springs had like 10 inches of unload. It does ride really nicely, so that's probably why. Oh well, enough talking, I'm going to bring it down. We are all the way down. These shocks are actually going to do for the short term as well, which didn't actually see that coming, but anyways, we've got a nice little bit of lift. Check this out on the side profile. I see that wheel. Anyway, I'm wrapped with that. It's a little bit bum up. Probably could have taken 10 mil out, but I don't know. I'm not upset. Maybe once it settles a little bit, like the shocks aren't connected, so it's a little bit bouncy right now. I don't know. Try it around for a bit and let them springs settle out. Maybe take out 10 mil. I don't know. A little bit bum up's all right. It does have a full tank of juice right now. But I'm not upset. I'm actually a little bit excited. Fan-freaking-tastic. I'm buttoning all this up and we may have time to do some more chassis painting tonight. Woo! Oh, that was the scariest thing I've done in a long time using prop stands like that, but it's in, I'm safe, and we're good. So freaking rock on. There's a better side profile without that hoist in the way. I'm not even upset. Like, it is 10 mil higher in the bum, like the measurement said it would be. But, wow. That's pretty much 3 inches. Well, we got 2 inches out of the front, 3 inches out of the rear. That's awesome. Oh man, with the body lift and the flares, this is going to be freaking... Well, I'm pretty damn excited about that. Jeez. Those blocks were $150 US. I think they're about $130 in freight. So, all in all, about 300 bucks through the rear lift. The front was free because all I did was wind up the torsion bars. So, I'm pretty happy about that. Bum is a little bit up, but I do plan to get a little bit more out of the front once we've done the wheel line and a few other tricky bits in the front just to tickle it. Probably 10 mil-ish, which going by my measurements off the guards, don't know how well that works out, whether the guards are the same height or not. But more or less, they're going to be about the same height, front and rear guards. So yeah, all in all, I'm freaking stoked. Truck's coming along nicely. I do want to do a 2-inch body lift as well, so we're definitely doing that. That's going to happen somewhere in the future. It's a bit more involved. We're going to move the bumpers and the rear bar up as well. You can buy a kit out of the States, but the kit's like 600 US plus like the same freight, and it's just going to be frightfully expensive. And I do have the ability to move the bumpers up myself, so I'll make my own bumper lift brackets and we'll do it that way. A little bit more time to kill tonight, so I'm going to start on the chassis. And then just going to chip away at this chassis. She's a big one. There is a lot of chassis and a lot of a floor to paint underneath of this big old truck here. Even though it is the shorter wheelbase than the Suburban, compared to Australian cars, she's big. She's real big. So I'm going to get my work cut out on this one. So I'll get stuck into it, do some work. Well, I got a fair bit done, more than I thought I was going to. That going to the car wash idea was brilliant. Clean it right up, took minimum clean up with the old wire wheel at that stage. So I got most of under there done, all back in the chassis rails up there. I'm going to pull the wheels off to do all that. I got some new front shocks to go in it. Finished off this side. The other side looks the same, got the rear diff painted as well on the back side. It's because that's what you see when you follow it. I thought it might look nice for a bit. So yeah, pretty darn happy with all of that. It's a good start. There is a lot of steel there to paint. Well, this is it for me tonight. Oh, that's still on. Ooh, it's going well. Jeez. Anyway, it's 11:30 at night. I'm going to have a very brief beverage and take myself home for a shower. It's Father's Day tomorrow, so enjoy some Father's Day activities tomorrow. The mighty Tahoe is looking mighty good. I'm pretty damn happy with myself at this stage. I don't know what's next on this car. I really want the exhaust done. That's like, I need an exhaust shop. I should really have a good exhaust in my truck. So that maybe next, I don't know. Keep you posted. There's some other bits going on with it too. Update on the Valiant, it's still in the trim shop, so hopefully the VC will be back on the channel real soon with a few updates of its interior, which is going to look amazing. Super stoked for that. So please like this video, because that would be cool. I'll feel better about myself. And subscribe. That would be awesome. Thanks guys. Catch you on the next one.